questions, I guess. Questions, everything. Yeah, there are many places.
You can keep it like this one. It will turn off.
Oh, so I have to see my face. That's very bad experience actually. All right. Okay, good. Any questions so far? Can we have a quick quiz? Are you all ready? Quiz. Trivikrama Prabhu. Like quizzes? Okay. So who are you? You all can raise your hand if you know the answer. What's your name, Prabhu? Abhinav Prabhu. Who are you? Can we play the recording now? है ना? But did we discuss who are you?
Actually, he is first class. He came first time.
First time.
No, there's no wrong answer. Okay.
No, I am actually I needed I need to ask you a question. When I asked to come these classes and pray the God is saying God is not real.
God is not real.
God is not real. Please explain him. No, this is not.
Yeah, he's actually great. He's nothing.
I don't know how to explain. That's why I am asking.
Okay, so Abhinav Prabhu, question to you. Are you real?
Yes.
You are real. Are you the body or are you spiritual being?
Body.
Body. What happens when you die?
We don't know. I mean, like our body just decomposes, but we don't know exactly what happens.
Okay, body decomposes. So you doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, there's no confirming of the knowledge.
Have you? I have got a tough case. So challenge. I love challenges. And so okay, Abhinav. Yes.
I think like I have a thought because I was like this like 3 years ago.
So you take the responsibility of telling Abhinav Prabhu and I can be back of this challenge.
I'll try. This is how I got convinced. My acharya, my guru, he told me this. I didn't believe him, but then I noticed that this acharya told this acharya, and then like it went like way back. So there has to be like a purpose for them to believe that, right? So I was like, I didn't know what to do, and like I understood that so many people believed in this, and then it goes way back, and there is text evidence as well. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Vedas, Puranas, everything is there. So with evidence like that, I can't deny that God is not there. But that's just me. Yeah.
See, we have to begin with thinking, Prabhu. When you are born with a certain karma. You know, you try reading your birth chart. One person told me I never believe in astrology, but when I was born, when I saw the birth chart, I saw that this birth chart, which is just based on the time of my birth, knows everything about me. So when I am born and I am born with a particular karma, and my life is decided based on my karma, there has to be a previous life. Does it make sense? If it has to be a previous life, then in the previous life also I had a body. I performed some karma. When I died, I came in this body of Abhinav. And whatever karma you do, you see everything that happens in your life, karma has a role. And when you die, means your next birth will be based on your this life karma. If karma is there and my this life is based on previous life karma, then I must be a spiritual entity. Does it make sense? Otherwise, who is carrying on that karma? Correct? If I die and I cease to exist, and then the next body is like, then there is no purpose of life. Because I'm here for some time and I die and that's finished. And so if I'm going to finish and there's nothing more, then what's the point of life?
There's also other purposes like making an impact on this world. Like, a lot of people, they only were here for a short time. Like Martin Luther King Jr., like he made a great impact on the country.
Mm.
So there's also other purposes.
Yeah, you can have many purposes, but then how will you define your hand charts, the lines on your hand? Correct? Are they random events? Think about it. So if karma is there, then you were there before. Otherwise, from where are you carrying the karma from? And if you are carrying the karma from something previous, then what is carrying the karma is the spirit soul.
That means you're spiritual.
Yeah. Otherwise, what continues after from birth to birth, life to life?
Karma.
Hmm. So who is carrying the karma? Something that carries the karma from one life to another, something that carries on to multiple births is actually the spirit soul. And the reason we call it spirit, because when the body dies, that thing carries on. So that thing is not material because everything material is temporary. But that thing carries on and on and on. So something that carries on, carries the karma is spiritual by nature. And that's what spiritual is called, that spiritual self which carries the karma as the spirit soul.
Yeah.
Now once having to come to the understanding of your spirit soul, then question comes, where is spirit soul coming from? You can say that your origin is from Mother Kaushalya and your father, right? But where is spirit soul coming from? Spirit soul is not coming from them. Your body is coming from them, but you are not coming from them. You know, because if you were coming from them, then how can you come from another parent in the next life and another parent previous life? So you are not coming from them. You are carrying on. The soul is carrying on. Body changes, parents changes, things changes. The soul carries on. So the question comes then, where is the soul coming from? Does it make sense? You know? And that's where we go to books like Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna spoke. Now there is no understanding. See, science cannot prove it because Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita second chapter, soul is invisible. So the soul is invisible, inconceivable. You cannot conceive it, you cannot see it. So the day will never come when the science says soul is there. But there are many cases of reincarnation which are proved. There are many cases of out-of-body experiences which science believes. But then the science say what reincarnates or what goes to the out-of-body experience is maybe the mind. But then we get the authentic information from scriptures. That makes sense. So where is the soul coming from? Is if you come to that question, then you come to the scriptures. Now the question comes, why do I put faith in scriptures? Correct? Why do I put faith in scriptures? I have a question for you. Have you ever booked a flight?
Yes.
Okay. Do you use a card and put the information into a website to book a flight? Okay. Do you have faith that that website will not take the card and take all my money, but rather it will only cut the amount that the flight is due and I will be safe?
I mean, that website is like it's HTML, it's HTTPS encrypted.
Yeah, but the amount they will going to take. So you have faith wherever you are putting, there is a, okay, I have a question for you. Tomorrow I'm making a website. It's called Shyamananda Krishna Das, fly with Shyamananda Krishna Das.com.
HTTPS is back.
Approved.
Approved.
Okay.
Back to global.
No, Michigan only. All right. And there's a website, and I say, sir, please give your credit card information and I'll give you a ticket. Will you put card information in my website? No, very honestly. Some of you will be like, yes, bro, you will put your, they will put your information. You know? You won't put. Why? You don't have faith. Then why you have faith in other websites? AmericanAirlines.com.
Because millions of other people already bought.
Ah, Prabhu. Clap. Very good. Why? How you are putting your faith into that is you are putting your faith into others' faith. You are tapping their faith and you're putting your faith into it. Another way to put it is tomorrow your friend put the flight details, put the card information, American Airlines, and they say, hey, it's a fraud. I lost the money. Will you book your ticket through the website? Your friend said it's a fraud. Will you put?
Yes, because I still think it's like maybe the website messed up or no, I think it's just like one time it happened.
Okay, maybe few times it happens. Few were told you. Then will you still put the information there? No, right? So what will make you put faith in something millions have put their faith and nobody was cheated? Go to buy an Amazon product. Do you do shopping from Amazon?
Yes,
And you see a speaker.
yes,
It says 5 star by 5,000 views.
yes.
Will you buy it?
If the price is good.
Yeah, okay. Price is good. 5 star, 5 million people have given 5 star. Will you buy it? Compared to other which are 4.5 by 30 people, this.
Yes,
5 million, everybody is buying this 5 star. Will you buy it? Correct, right?
yes,
Everybody has votes for it. Those who have bought it has votes for it.
yes,
And majority have with the you are tapping others' faith.
yes,
Correct? Likewise, everybody who has put faith in scriptures, whatever scripture says happens. Whatever scripture says happens. Scriptures are said as three kalagya deva past, present, future. Even when the science was not developed, scripture says everything 5,000 years back that we are discovering now gradually. The reason most of the religious organization fail is because they make a prediction that doesn't happen. They lose faith. Vedas are one which says openly about the future and never proved wrong. And whoever is tried to prove the Vedas wrong for a period of time are proved wrong by themselves. And not one or two millions. So in scriptures also we have others' faith. Astrology, everybody accepts it now. Some may not because they may not have found good astrologers. है ना? But they see it happening. Where is science coming from? The Vedas. Whether it is Ayurveda. What is Ayurvedic medicine? Any medical doctor? Hmm? You know how they become medical doctor? One Mataji told me that probably we have to cut a body of a rat to experiment. We give him the drug, then we see what the drug has impacted. So we cut him, take the heart out and check. And I this is nasty actually. He said, will I get the karma? I said, yes, you will get the karma.
Alive or dead
Huh?
body? Is it an alive body or a dead body?
So first they give him the drug, then he dies. Then they cut him. They're doing that's how the that's how they do it.
What about those who test the medication?
No, that's okay. We are not here to discuss the medical side. But we,
If
that
the
we can.
karma comes on that, because we eventually taste those medications, right? So they have tested those on humans, animals, but eventually it's for our purpose. Like for example, diabetes medication. So does the karma comes to us also because ultimately we are consuming that medication on their cost?
That's okay. If you are sick, take the medicine. Chant Hare Krishna. That will be good. Don't worry about it. Now the question. Are you ready? Ayurveda, whatever it says happens. You heard about Ramayana?
yes,
Huh? He told Sanjeevani Jari Booty get it from Himalayas, not Himalayas, the mountain he went for the whole mountain and cured. Whatever Ayurveda says happens, astrology and various other science. So what is the essence? Whatever scripture says are true, Prabhu. And now we are quoting. First point is, am I spirit soul? Second point is, where do I get the knowledge about spirit soul? And then if you explore, you will see the scriptures tell about it. And when you go into the scripture, then your spiritual journey begins. Okay, so where were we?
What
I
is
don't think we
the,
were anywhere actually.
what is the soul?
Huh? What is the soul? So we discussed about who am I. We discussed about who is Krishna. We discussed about what is my relationship with Krishna. Homaivamsa Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Then we were discussing about how do I reawaken my relationship with Krishna. And Krishna says we reawaken at every chapter, at the end of every chapter, Krishna says we reawaken our relationship with Him by the process of devotional service. Bhakti Yoga. Krishna says Bhakti Amam Abhijanati. Through bhakti you can know me. Through bhakti you can realize me. The essence of Bhagavad Gita has a book of Bhakti Yoga. So bhakti, by the help of bhakti, you will connect back with the Lord. Alright? So who we are, who Krishna is, what is our relationship and how to reawaken the relationship is by the process of bhakti. Now, yes, Prabhu.
Now, Prabhuji, purpose in life is to go back to God, right? And to do that, we have to do chanting in this Siva, Kali Yuga. Then what's the purpose of learning about Haridas Thakur and Raghunath Das Thakur?
Garudas Goswami.
Like what's the point of learning about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and these guys when all we have to do is just like keep chanting?
But how do you chant? What should be our mood? How can we improve our chanting? Everything is given by the examples of these teachers. They have come to show by their own example how to practice bhakti. Just knowing what to do is not sufficient.
Inspired, motivated.
Yes.
Guru. Guru.
Huh?
Guru. They are gurus. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you say, Prabhu, I know chanting, and what is the need of Guru? Why do I take initiation? Why do I hear him?
First of all, we don't know all these knowledge without those gurus.
Yeah.
Now we are discussing all this, whatever
Huh.
they gave to us.
Through them it's coming down and much more in
And
detail.
we are passing to the next generation.
Yes. So how do we attain perfection in our life?
Doing devotional service.
Devotional
By
service.
pleasing Krishna.
Huh?
By pleasing Krishna.
By pleasing Krishna.
Bhakti.
Yes, bhakti. And pleasing Krishna is also bhakti yoga. Right? Now, what are the various ways in which bhakti yoga can be performed?
Chanting.
Chanting. What is a proof? Shanti
Very-
Mataji is very shant, very. है ना? So how do we do bhakti?
By remembering Krishna.
By remembering Krishna. And how do we remember Krishna?
By doing acts that will help us remember him. That keep him at the center of our work.
And how do we do that?
By incorporating Krishna in whatever we do.
And how do we do that?
Just think,
Chanting.
visualize.
Japa.
Yeah. Just thinking is good. But how do you think of Krishna?
By seeing him everywhere.
But can you see him everywhere?
You believe in yes.
I mean, if you've seen a picture of Krishna, if you know how he looks like we learned in class, right?
Yeah.
How Krishna looks like. He has a peacock feather on top,
Yeah.
a nice, beautiful face,
Yeah.
a nice smile. He's dark,
Very nice.
black and bluish.
But the thing is, even if you know Krishna, you have seen Krishna, can you remember him all the time? His form?
Sometimes, right?
Yeah. So you try one thing. In a whole day, I'll give you an experiment. See how many times can you remember the form of Krishna while doing your daily activities. And then you,
Simultaneously.
yes. And try something else. Just close your eyes for 1 hour and see if you can remember Krishna. You will see him for a few minutes and
You can remember his pastimes, leelas. They are very.
oh, excellent. Try that. Whatever I'm saying now, You try and you'll be convinced.
Oh, how are we gonna see his pastimes, Prabhuji?
You can imagine that.
Okay, great. That's a way. It's a bona fide way. Our rest of discussion is on that only. Is it all right? है ना? It's a bona fide way. Sai Prabhu, try hearing a pastime of Krishna and see if you can remember the pastime of Krishna. And you will see we won't be able to do so. It seems like we can, but we won't be able to do so. It seems like we remember the form of Krishna, but we will not be able to do so. But when we take the name of Krishna, we can easily do so. See, at any point of time, in my mind, I can be Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. Very easy. Very easy to speak. We are always speaking something. Very easy to speak the words of Krishna, name of Krishna. But to actually think and remember the form of Krishna, Prabhu, my experience in past 17 years, even while chanting Hare Krishna, it is very difficult to see Krishna. Imagine, we agree with me? For 2 hours, even while chanting Hare Krishna, you cannot see Krishna. How can you otherwise possibly see Krishna? Do you understand? By chanting Hare Krishna, remembering the pastime of Krishna, a very advanced stage. It goes from Nam, Ru, Gun, Lila. First name, then form, then qualities, then pastimes. Pastime is the last thing you attain. You try, you see, it's first of all Shastra. Kali Kare Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. In Kali Yuga, the name has descended in the form of Nam Roop. Nam Roop means in the form of name. Kali Kale, Kale Kal means time. In the time of Kali, Kali Kale, Nam Rupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna Avatar means to descend. Krishna's avatar or Krishna has descended in this time of Kali Yuga in the form of his name. ध्यायतो कृत्य ध्यायतो विष्णु त्रेतायम यजतो मुखाय द्वापरे परिचर्यायम कलौ तद हरि कीर्तनात्. Krite means Satya Yoga. Dhyayato Vishnu. You do meditation on Vishnu. If you are in Satya Yoga, you close your mind, you can remember the Lord, the form of Lord, Sri Charan Prabhu. In this age, Prabhupada wrote a book on meditation. Prabhupada said, meditation is not for this age, cancel. You try to remember the form of Krishna, and then if you can remember the form of Krishna for next 2 hours, my obeisance to you. But you won't be able to do it. But you can chant the name of Krishna for 2 hours.
It's not a challenge, Prabhuji.
Huh?
Challenge.
Probably you try. If you're very pure, every day sit for 2 hours. Every day.
Every day.
And then
2 hours.
2 hours. And before also surrender, sorry. I cannot. It is not practical in this age. Krite yad dhyato Vishnu. Dhyan is for Krite, Satya Yoga. Treta yam nijato mukha. In Treta Yoga, if you are there, do yagyas. We don't leave yagyas in Kali Yuga also, but it is recommended for Treta Yuga. Dwapare paricharyayam. And Dwapara Yuga deity worship. Indians means worshipping the deities. Bhakti means deity worship. But according to Shastra, Dwapare paricharyayam. You have to go back 5,000 years for deity worship of yours to give you self-realization. Not for this age.
But we in the temples we do the deity worship.
Yes.
So they're only for those specific priests.
Well, Prabhu, deity worship is always accompanied by Hari Kirtan. Anywhere you go, if you go to temple, deity worship is going on. You see behind the deity worship, Hare Krishna. It's always accompanied by Kirtan. It is said no anga of bhakti is complete without Hari Nam Sankirtan.
Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
But like yajnas and rituals still go on in India.
I am not saying they don't go on, but I am saying they are not for this age.
And we cannot perform yajna every day, every 24 hours we can, but now we can do.
Prabhu, everybody clap for five. Now we can do all the
All
time.
the time.
While now you don't have to remember the form of the Lord also. That's why Prabhupada never recommended that you chant and remember the form. Prabhupada said if it comes naturally, great. Don't force. What does Prabhupada say? How to take the naam? Prabhupada said just hear the vibrations. That vibration is not different from Krishna.
One more thing, Prabhuji, when we do this japa, chanting, do we really think Krishna?
No,
Or
that's what I'm saying. No need, Prabhuji.
just chant, okay.
Just chant and listen to the vibration.
Uh,
Krishna has descended in the form of name, in the form of sound vibration. The sound Krishna and Krishna's personality not different. In Kali Yuga, that is the way that will work.
so that's where we concentrate, the vibration we concentrate. We don't think other
No
things.
need to think. That's not what Prabhupada said. That's not what Shastra say. Form meditation or form is not for this age. Form will naturally come when the mind becomes pure. Pastimes will also come when the mind becomes pure, but it will always be accompanied by name. Once you are expert in chanting, I mean, we'll never become expert in chanting, so yeah, take the statement back. Once you are used to chanting after some time, the chanting will reveal the form to you naturally. The chanting will reveal to you the pastime. You think of the pastime of the Lord, you won't feel any divinity there in the pastime. You may go through the series of events, but you won't feel that divine joy, that surcharge the heart, surcharge the soul. But you are chanting and then the pastime reveals to you, then eruptions will come. Without the Naam, the form and Leela will never reveal to us. The scripture says, Dwapare paricharyayam kalauta hari kirtan. Kali Yuga Hari Kirtan will only work. Anything else will lead to frustration. Yes, Pranav. Pranav.
Yeah.
Yes, Pranav.
So Prabhuji, how can we concentrate on hearing the vibration if we can like even concentrate on something for like 10 minutes, something.
Materialistic thinking.
Yeah, Prabhu.
Like
Yeah.
you'll just go on to think after like 5 minutes you'll think of something else and completely forgetting why you're doing it.
Yeah, thank you. So your question is, how can we focus? Is that your question?
Why you're chanting. Like, on the
Why you are
vibration.
chanting? Because chanting Krishna Naam is the recommended process for this age to perform bhakti. Bhakti is the means to connect with Krishna. Why connect with Krishna? Because that is our natural state. Through bhakti, we connect with Krishna. And bhakti is performed in this age through chanting. है ना? Now, can chanting, these are transcendental sound vibrations. When these vibrations, when they have the potency in them, sometimes we chant and we may not be able to access the potency within the name. But when you are able to access the potency within the name, that potency will absorb your mind. When your mind is absorbed, you can continue for 2 hours also. When your mind is not absorbed, then the chanting will be very distractive. And when the chanting is distractive chanting itself is purifying the mind that will eventually lead to absorption. Chanting, whether distracted or focused, should go on. Chanting is not something that we can do, chanting is something that comes from our heart, that descends. And to the extent our heart becomes pure, we will be able to access it. And to pure the heart, make the heart pure, the chanting itself purify the heart. And when the heart becomes pure, chanting becomes more and more natural. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Any question?
Yeah. So is chanting how we different from service? Like we do a lot of services, Prabhuji does decoration service and
Great.
Prabhuji
So,
does
Ramesh Sharanya,
kitchen service and all. How we different from chanting? If chanting is enough to do bhakti yoga, is bhakti yoga that enough?
Srila Prabhupada said, chanting and deity worship are like two parallel railway tracks. Prabhupada said chanting is sufficient, but in this age of Kali, our mind is very distracted. So when we perform deity worship, our chanting becomes more focused. Our mind is naturally engaged in lust and greed. since time immemorial. Mind is very disturbed, especially in Kali Yuga. So Prabhupada says, deity worship chanting keep going together, and it will be like super bonanza.
So it gives like humbleness when you do the service. It gives all that.
Mind becomes very
Uh, that helps our channel.
peaceful, mind becomes very focused, and that supports chanting. Another thing is chanting and seva are not different. Purpose of seva is so we can absorb in chanting. But if you're doing only seva and no chanting, then seva will make us proud. See, I do more than anybody else. I am the best.
Without me, nobody can do it. Service.
Yeah. Only seva without chanting will make us proud. When proud comes, you chant, chanting will make you humble again. Chanting with seva go very far, Prabhuji. They are inseparable, but still for the age of Kali chanting. I personally do deity worship every day. And after deity worship, when I chant, feel good, right? After deity worship, feels good, right? Yeah. And this is not just because Shastra says that. When we Shastra say, we try, when we experience, we want to continue. Why? What can be more faith giving than your own experience? But Shastrically, chanting is the topmost. If someday not able to deity worship, okay. Namaskar Prabhu does not do deity worship in the temple Monday to Friday, correct? But he chants every day. And even once a week you do service, that nourishes you. But chanting is daily. So we can see from Prabhuji's own life what is more important. Someday, Saturday, Sunday, if he is not able to go for deity worship, he still chants. Right, Prabhuji? So chanting is always the priority. But that helps. Seva helps. Okay. So how many of you chant daily? Please raise your hands. That's why I thought this is the right topic for today. That's what I said. I mean, we can speak on this, but then it has to be relevant. Otherwise, what's the point speaking to four walls? Yes, Srilaya.
My mom chants every day.
Your mom chants every day. Let's clap for her mom. Very good. All right. Any further questions?
Sir, listening to the kirtan is equivalent to chanting
Oh, excellent question.
because I always every day listen kirtan.
Yes, very good. Listening to Kirtan, there are two things, Kirtan and Japa. Kirtan is in a sense of devotees accompanied by instruments. Japa is my personal practice. Japa is my personal sadhana. Both should go. But some days Kirtan does not happen, okay. Japa should happen. Japa is see Kirtan, you are accessing other strength also. Kirtan is easier to focus. Japa is more difficult actually. Because when you're by yourself,
All of that thinking.
everything is you only. But once you build your muscles by chanting, we have to create our own divinity. We have to recharge ourselves. How long can we depend upon other devotees' mercy? We can depend on them when they are there, nourish it, excellent. But they won't be there all the time with us. So we have to build our own muscles. They are able to do that because they have done japa sadhana in their life. So they are able to nourish everybody. We have to do our own muscle building. That is our own daily sadhana. Anybody, see, if those who, Prabhu, nothing in this life is easy. If today you are successful in Dallas with your job and everything, you're managing everything very nicely, there was a time when you worked in that direction. You are what you are today because you have worked in the past. So devotees who are successful or absorbed, they are there because they have worked in the past. And if we work now, we will be able to access their spiritual path in the future. Somebody says, I want to become and get a job like Sai Prabhu and get a house like Sai Prabhu and get everything, all the opulence like Sai Prabhu tomorrow, and I don't want to put any effort. It doesn't work, Prabhu. You have your whole effort in that. So likewise, it's never too late to start. We just need to start. And the devotee association will keep pushing us, keep pushing us. Very nice devotee. Just keep flowing along with devotee association. Everything will happen over time. Please check. Prabhupada says, anyways, we are speaking so many things every day. What is the difficulty in speaking the name of Krishna? Why hesitate? Why delay? Krishna has given us ears. Why don't we use it to hear the name of Krishna? Krishna has given us tongue to speak. Why don't we speak the name of Krishna? We are not telling that we speak some foul words or we speak some prajalpa. We are telling just take the name of Krishna. Prabhupada says, say something good. Why not accept it?
One more question. So when we do the chanting,
Hmm.
we really need to use the Japmala, but we really need to do 1 or 8 times, or keep chanting whenever we have time.
Yeah, very good, Prabhu. Chanting has to be goal based. Sankhya Purvak Nama Gana Natibhi. Sankhya Purvak. Sankhya means
Number.
नंबर के हिसाब से जप होना है, बीड्स पे जप होना है. Beads are made of holy plants like neem and tulsi that they have their own positive vibration. Cannot be the clicker, tick, 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 some bogus actually. Has to be on a holy plant. Beads made of holy plants. In the beginning, neem and then tulsi. Later on, once our eating habits becomes pure. So on the beads with Sankhya. Today I did 108. One round. One month. I am doing 108 every day. Devotional service has to be consistent and goal based. Otherwise, it won't progress. If somebody says, at office, so do I need to really work 8 hours, or when I feel like working, I work, and when I don't feel like, then what will the office say? When we feel like we'll pay you, or we don't feel like we'll pay you. Anything you do is goal based.
Consistency is the key.
Consistency. In everything, we are consistent, right? We are consistent in cooking, in feeding prana. We are consistent in job. Then why take chanting as like goal based? Did I achieve my goal today? Tomorrow? Can I increase my goal? Did I achieve my goals? Then you will see gradually your devotion will increase. If we follow everything as it is mentioned in the Shastra, success is guaranteed. Any small deviation, it will become a stumbling block. And who are we? We are just speaking the words of Shastra. We have no other. Just what we have read, we have presented. So Prabhupada said, if you chant, who will be benefited? Will I be benefited? Actually not. I'll go back. Will Nemeshwar Prabhu be benefited? He's continuing his sadhana anyways. Who will be benefited, Prabhu? You will be benefited. We do it for our benefit, not for somebody else. And if you are benefited, why not? By doing something, if you're getting benefited, why not do it? What do you think, Mother Kaushalya? You're mother of Lord Ram, so a lot of responsibility on your head. Follow the instructions of Lord Ram. Ideally, how long do we chant? For the best benefit, we should chant 16 rounds.
16 rounds.
16 rounds.
So the person who is very coming into the chanting is not advanced. Right? 16 rounds is compulsory, or is it like 1 or 2 rounds?
Yes, Prabhu. Begin with two.
Become a 2 rounds.
Begin with two, but keep the goal clear. I want to get to 16. Don't be scared. What is impossible today will become possible tomorrow. But we need to know what I want to achieve. Otherwise, what will we run for? Pranab Prabhu read Bhagavad Gita. You consistently read and remembered, right? And then you goal was clear what I want to achieve. So likewise, goal should be clear. Yes, Shri Laya Devi, all glories to you.
Forgot? Forgot your question? Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Was it related to chanting? Was it related to chanting?
you think, Kaushal? It's an opportunity. Why hesitate? Why not be open and try? Do you have something to lose? What do you think? Do you have something to lose in chanting? Prabhupada said nothing to lose, you have only to gain. The only thing that you may lose is 10 minutes. But that 10 minutes is the best utilization of the time of 24 hours. And nobody can say, I don't have 10 minutes in my life. Anybody can say, I don't have 10 minutes. And we have time to go for movies, right? Anybody who goes to movies? Yes, one honest person. Yes, two, Pranab Prabhu. Shanti Devi, movies, right? How many hours goes there? 3 hours. Restaurants, so many hours goes, right? And we have time to go for movies, time to go for restaurants. Why not take some time out to chant the name of Krishna?
So how do we create that excitement, motivation to do Japa?
Association, Prabhuji. If you ask me what is the most important thing is bhakti is association. If you have to choose between chanting and association, I will say association. Why? Because association will keep you going. If you chant and you lose association, after 2 months you lose chanting. I have seen so many cases. You agree with me? Stay in touch. If you hold the hand, Niveshana Prabhu, he'll take you back. Just have to hold his hand. He'll keep going forward. He'll keep pulling out of you. He's a great Vaishnava. Let us clap for Niveshana. Such a great Vaishnava. After lifetime Sukriti, we get actually the Sukriti to associate with devotees. The devotees of the Lord are there. See Dallas, how many Indians? Thousands of Indians, right? How many have the Sukriti to hear about Gita on a Saturday evening and associate with devotees? For them, it's more like a waste of time. The Sukriti is not there. Those who have Krishna's mercy, Krishna connect them to devotees. Krishna says, those who have faith, I bring them in sadhu sangha. Because you have faith, you are here. Because you have faith, you are here. And sadhu sangha will take you to Krishna. Yes, Srilaya, finally you got the question back.
So if you so you chant every day, but then you couldn't chant one day, you missed one day. So can the next day can you chant one extra than
Yeah, that's a good question. I recommend to not miss. In cases like you are unconscious the whole day in a hospital bed, which I never want you to go there. An example. Next day you remember, oh, one day whole day I was unconscious. Okay, let me check the next day. If there is something really serious, understandable. Krishna is very kind. But then we now how many times those who are working, how many times you take off? How many times you take off? Unless it's emergency, you don't take off, right? Correct. How many times do you take off from eating in a day? Today, no eating. What do you think, Kaushal? We spend hours in cooking, hours on phone. Why not spend some time on a conversation with Krishna?
Chant. I am involved in bhajans. I like bhajas before.
Bhajan will be as potent as your divinity. Bhajans are not words. Bhajan, ingredient of bhajan is bhakti. Correct, right? Bhakti will grow by holding you. When bhakti grows, devotion will flow through your bhajan. It's like a base, you know. You make a home without foundation. What will happen? That foundation is the name. When the foundation is strong, everything is strong. So Prabhupada said 3 months guarantee. Prabhupada says it's free. You chant, nobody, no, you won't ask any money right, for it. Just joking. It's free. 3 months guarantee. You try 3 months. If you don't get anything out of it, Prabhuji will take the beat back from you. Okay. But if you get something, continue. Then your good fortune is open. Why not try?
I'm right.
You chant every day?
Not, I need to take those mala after 3 months. After that, I just start.
She's in the reading group of Bhagavatam, Bhakti Mataji.
Yeah, that's what I was used. Please make arrangements.
Yeah, we will make it. These are the things.
I think Prabhuji gave a good answer. The bhajans and kirtans, we are depending on others, but the chanting develops our masjids and people. So we need to depend on ourselves instead of.
I mean, whenever that is there, get surcharged. But then if we're just depending on that and we don't build our muscles, then how we pave our way back? Those who are there, they will go back, we'll stay here. We'll make some progress. We have to make our own strength. Yes, Sheila.
Can we also chant using our hands?
Yes, you can, but that is not counted. What is counted is when you chant on beats, on a holy beat, consistently with Sankhya, with number. Devotees, when they take vows in front of Prabhupada, they would say, I will chant 16 rounds on beats. No clickers, no hands, but you can use clicker, you can use hand, but not with your quota. See, it is your promise to Krishna. Krishna, I will serve you in this way. Now, one devotee asked Prabhupada, what is the most important service? Prabhupada said, most important service is to chant the holy name of Krishna. Prabhupada said, chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamudra. Right? The most important service to Krishna.
So what is the best time to do chanting?
Morning, Prabhuji. Brahma Muhurat.
Brahma Muhurat means before sunrise.
1 hour 36 minutes before sunrise. But if you're not able to get up at that time, when you get up, you chant. Another thing, there are no rules and regulations in chanting. You can chant without taking bath also. You can chant after taking bath. For deity worship, rules and regulation is there. But for chanting, no rules and regulations. You gotta Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Any time, any place, any circumstances, you can chant. If you can't chant in the morning, suppose you can chant. Best time is in the evening, second best time. If you have time only in the afternoon, it's okay in the afternoon. Somehow or other, ye na kena prakarena. Somehow or other, remember Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna. Yes, Sheila, I agree.
Do we have to use the beads, the Tulsi beads, or can we also use like regular beads?
Yes, if your eating habit is not pure, we recommend not to use tulsi. If you're using onion garlic at home, don't use tulsi. Tulsi is very pure. Tulsi is pure devotee of Krishna. We don't accept tulsi till our eating habits are pure. Once you have tulsi, nothing which is unoffered and sattvic should go with the tongue. Tulsi is little advanced stage. Begin with neem. Alright. Yes, Abhinav Prabhu.
Say you do 2 cycles of chanting every day.
Yes.
Do both cycles have to be like continuously, or can one be like before you go to sleep and one after you wake up?
Yeah, either ways is okay. But you will feel more divinity when you chant together. Because the thing is, the mind is very distracted. It takes some time for mind to come to the level of absorption. By the time you come to level of absorbing them, the round is over. Then again the mind is distracted. Again you try to build the muscle of the mind and the round is over.
How long does it take to do 1 hour?
Okay, one round takes, to me, one round takes around 7.5 minutes. When I started chanting, I used to take 10 minutes. My personal experience with chanting, when I began chanting, my beginning first 3 months, 4 months were very good. And then I went through a very struggle phase of my chanting, which continued for a little longer time actually.
Um, you said we need to observe the vibration when we do the chanting, right?
Yes.
We need to close the eyes and do the chanting.
It's an optional thing. Whatever helps you to absorb. You can keep the eyes open, you keep the eyes closed, whatever helps you to focus. One very easy way to chant is you keep the mantra in front of you and you just read the mantra.
Okay.
Try that. Yes.
Yeah. If we, you told us we could chant without thinking about Krishna, but will, will we get benefit if we chant, but then we think of something else while we chant?
You will get the benefit, but you will not get the full benefit. You can access the divinity in chanting when you are focused. When you are not focused, you will still get benefit, but you will not experience the divinity. You will feel distraction. When the mind is distracted, you cannot access. See, you know placebo? Placebo is a medicine without any salt. You know that? Placebo. It's just a capsule. There's nothing in the capsule. So chanting can be like an empty capsule, chanting can be like a filled capsule. When it is like empty capsule, means there is no medicine in that, there is no salt in that. Means only vibration is going was distracted. Like it just like it is no nourishment in that. But when it is focused, it's like a capsule with the medicine. Holy name is divine, but to access the holy name, we need to become divine also. But if you're not able to access the divinity of the holy name, it's not the problem of the holy name, it's our problem. But by chanting itself, as we become purified, we'll access the divinity. Holy name is surcharged. We may not be able to know it. Yes.
If we chant and we think about Krishna, will we get even more benefit than we usually do?
Not necessary. The vibration and the form, non different. Have faith in that. Have faith in what Prabhupada says. These vibrations are transcendental. If you're just absorbed in vibration, there is a very good chance you may be completely absorbed because these vibrations are very powerful. They are divine by nature. When the spiritual energy kicks in, then it will be natural flow. It's difficult to kick in, usually. But then practice makes a man perfect. If some days your job is not good, you resign.
No.
Why? Benefit will come in future after the end of the month. Correct, right? Likewise, if your chanting is not reciprocating, you should know benefit will come later. Just keep going on. Yes, Trivikrama Prabhu.
Yeah, I wanted to follow up on her question. So sometimes when I chant, I'll focus on the name, but I'll also be thinking of the deities or Krishna.
Yeah,
That's okay, right?
that's all right. Focus on the vibrations.
And one more question is, so when I do the chanting before starting around, I do the Panchatattva mantra.
Excellent.
I think it's Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu, Nanda, Shri Advaita, Dharadhara, etc. That one, I saw in a YouTube video that you're supposed to do it on the Krishna beat when you do the Panchatattva mantra.
The top beat.
And
Yeah.
but the other ones, like the Hare Krishna is on the other beats.
Yeah, there are no such hard and fast rules and regulations. The regulation is before you start chanting, say that mantra. That's all.
Okay, but the reason I'm asking that question is, I know you never chant Hare Krishna on the
Krishna beat.
Krishna beat.
Yes.
So that's like that's a big no-no. So, but the Panchatattva mantra, that's okay, right? on the Krishna ji?
Well, never heard it. When I was trained, nobody told me that's how you have to do. So I think they're just holding and they are chanting and it may seem like that's how you do, or maybe some rules came like that. Prabhupada never said anything like that.
Okay.
That you chant Panchattva mantra on Krishna beat and then start. But Prabhupada said before you start chanting, chant Panchattva mantra.
So
Simple.
it's either way, then.
Yeah, just chant before you start Hare Krishna. Now, regarding those who don't know, Nimeshwar Prabhu will tell you the mantra that helps to avoid offenses in chanting. Yes.
So you said chanting. So there are several names of Krishna.
Yes.
You can just say Krishna, 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 Krishna. What is the significance of Krishna?
Everyone clap for Sai. Narad Muni went to Brahma. When he saw the state of people in the age of Kali, he said, how can these people be delivered? Brahma said, chanting the name of Hari. Narad Muni says, Hari has hundreds and millions of names. Which name of Hari should I chant? Then Brahmaji said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Iti Sodaksharam Nam. Kali Kalmashu Nashanam, Natta Parantara Payo, Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. Who will help me translate for now? It is Sodakshanam Nam. Sodakshanam means, Daksha means 10.
Yeah.
Sodakshanam means 16. Iti Sodaksharam Nam. These 16 names of Lord. Kali Kalmashu Nashanam. Kali Kalmash Nash. Understood?
16 names.
So first, Brahmaji said Hare Krishna 4. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 8. Hare Ram 12. Ram Hare Hare. Then he says Iti, this 16 names, Nam, Kali Kalmashu Nashanam. All the ill effects of Kali will be destroyed. Natta Parantara Payo. Parantara means better. Natta, you will not find. Parantara Payo means to achieve. You will not find a better way. Natta Parantara Payo. Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. Sarva Vedeshu means you see all the Vedas. You see. Drishyate means to see. You study all the Vedas, you will not find a better means than chanting these 16 names. And who is telling this? Brahma, who actually heard Vedas directly from Krishna, who gave the Veda to Narada. Narada gave to Vyasadeva, his authority, and he is telling there is no better way than the 16 names. We don't create our mantra, we chant the mantra that is coming from Shastra. This is from Kali Shantaran Upanishad. The Upanishad that is meant for the deliverance for the age of Kali, this mantra is given by the topmost authority, Brahma himself. We don't change. Mantra, when it is coming from the Sampradaya, has power. Otherwise, mantra will not have any power. Kaushalya Devi, first question of Kaushalya.
I'm always in conscious of God, not Krishna. Before I used to Om Namah Shivaya, Sri Matre Namaha, and
Okay.
and then starting Bhagavad Gita, I used to do Hare Krishna.
Okay.
When I started, I didn't started Maha Mantra.
Okay.
But I am still always in Krishna conscious, but God conscious, by cooking, talking, always thinking about Krishna conscious. Is that same with Maha Mantra? Do we need to always Maha Mantra is equal to conscious?
Consciousness.
Do you understand my question?
While cooking, while doing, you are trying to be Krishna conscious.
Yeah.
So,
Not trying, always
Thinking
always
about
conscious. Yeah, thinking about something I listen, God stories, sasangas, bhajans.
somehow you are trying to remember Krishna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then if I chant Hare Krishna, is that same as this?
Yeah. Because I have no time, means that is big. Mahamantra is very big, right? That's why I start from Hare Krishna. I just say Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Mataji, see, it is Shodakshanam Namna means 16 names have to be there.
Okay.
Brahmaji doesn't say iti chaturdasha namna, 14 names. Iti ashtakam namna, 8 names.
Yeah, I understand when I understood when you said question. Prabhu. Uh, what my question is, I need to do always japa with is equal to conscious. It is the same.
Your japa will increase your Krishna consciousness while cooking and everything you do. It will help you. It will take you to next level. Our heart is always longing to improve to next level. But we cannot chant all the time also because right now we may not
Yeah,
have
that's
that
what.
qualification to chant. But we can chant 2 rounds in the morning, 15 minutes. And that will help us, that consciousness will permeate in everything else you do. It will be a great aid to your divine desires. Alright?
So I also want to introduce Lohit and Vishnu, and then it's Ravi Prabhu and Shyamananda.
They are regular in your
Yes.
organization. So Lohit,
Lohit,
Lohit Prabhu, Ishwar Prabhu,
Rishvik, Lohit,
Rishvik,
and
Rishvik is his brother, and Ravi Prabhu, and
Ravi Prabhu,
Shyamananda.
Shweta Mata. So we're discussing about chanting. Do you chant? 1 round daily? What about Mother Shweta?
Nine, nine rounds, 9 rounds.
9. Hariya! Now how many rounds you chant? 16?
Readers Bhagavad Gita every day.
Reading Bhagavad Gita every day. Yeah. How much time do you spend in reading Bhagavad Gita every day?
Probably like 20, 30. I mean, depends on the chapter.
Depends on the chapter. 18 chapter has so many slokas, it takes much time.
It depends on the schedule.
But every day, even he forgets 9:30 before sleeping also, he comes and makes sure that he finishes it.
See, Prabhu, so determination is there. That's why able to do that. Why not add Mahamantra with the same determination?
Yeah.
Even it becomes late night, I will do it. Prabhupada said you don't have to leave anything. These vibrations of Bhagavad Gita are transcendental. You are already increasing your chanting Bhagavad Gita verses is also Kirtanam actually, because these are the words spoken by the Lord. And it will be very easy for you to add the Mahamantra also. Why it's called Mahamantra? Because all the mantras are within this mantra.
So it's all about, even Bhagavad Gita, everything is all about.
It's Mahamantra. It is said that even when we are doing altar worship, and if we forget, there are many mantras in the altar. If we forget anything, just a Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it covers all the mantras. Most of the mantras start with Om. They all are within Maha Mantra. No other mantra is called Maha Mantra. We don't call Om Namah Shiva as Maha Mantra, which is Shiva Mantra, Om Namo Brahma Devaya, and Om Shrim Krim, all these Chandi mantras. They all are there. But this is called Maha Mantra. Chant Mahamantra, everything is there. Plus, there are many mantras, but this mantra is specifically spoken by Brahma for the deliverance of people in this age of Kali. Prabhupada said, this mantra is not coming by me. I'm just presenting the scriptures. Yes, Pranam.
That's kind of similar to my question. Like, there's so many organizations, like so many gurus, like for example, like
So-
Prabhupada, like who are like Shaivism, Shaktism,
Vaishnavism.
like
Very good.
different theories of how to reach Godhead.
Yes.
But like, how do we know, like which ones?
Okay, everybody clap for Pranam Prabhu. There are 18 Puranas. All these theories are coming from the Puranas. These Puranas, Bhagavata mentions in the 12th canto, 6 among them are in mode of ignorance.
He had the same question. Same questions, yeah. So you had the same question.
Okay.
Sorry to.
Now, There are 6 Puranas which are in mode of ignorance. There are 6 Puranas which are in mode of passion. Purana in mode of ignorance is Devi Purana. What does Devi Puran say? You can take a person, kill him, and offer to Kali. You see, there is violence in the Puran. Do you see in Bhagavatam, you can kill a person and Bhagavatam says, be forgiving. You see how transcendental it is. Devi Puran says, you kill him, Bhagavatam says, you be forgiving. So Devi Puran is, which is Shakti Tattva. Shaktism come from Devi Puran. You know what Lord Krishna says about Devi Puran? What does he say? Are you all ready for a Shastra? Oh, not here.
But I understood that it's Srila Prabhupada, one of the description. The mother goddess Durga is the head of materialistic
Yes.
life. And she actually, um, she is also devotee of Krishna. She's sister of Krishna, Yogamaya.
Yes.
And Shiva is Param Vaishnava.
Yes. Everyone clap. Very well. Shiva is Param Vaishnava.
There are materialistic heads, so they help us to pass this materialistic life to spiritual life. That's what I know.
Very well. We can chant Om Namo Shivaya, but who is Lord Shiva? Can you add little internet on this? Little bit?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi? Okay. So, who is Lord Shiva? Lord Shiva is Param Vaishnava. What is the proof? Bhagavatam. What does Bhagavatam says? Vaishnavanam Yathasham. Among all the Vaishnavas, the topmost is Lord Shiva. Okay. Now, I will like to answer Pranav Prabhu questions and Srila Prabhu's question. There is Shaktism. There is Shaivism. There is many others. And there is Vaishnavism. How do I know which is correct? And which one do I follow? The answer is dependent upon how quickly our Prabhu gave us, Satish Prabhu gave us Wi-Fi.
So Shikran, you had same question, right? Like how do we know which path is correct? Okay.
Okay, can you all see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Do you know this website, vedabase.io?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you everybody heard about Srimad Bhagavatam? Do you know there are 12 cantos in Bhagavatam? Okay. Now there is a canto called 11th canto. 11th canto describes Uddhav Gita. Just like Krishna spoke knowledge to Arjuna, is called Bhagavad Gita. And when Krishna spoke the knowledge to Uddhava, it's called Uddhav Gita. And in this, there is a chapter which is called chapter number 13, which is Hamsavatar. And in this, there is a verse. Ooh. According to the quality of religious scriptures, the modes of nature are differently prominent. I can explain this verse in detail, not the topic for today, but this in the beginning, Krishna explains how to come to mode of goodness. And Krishna says to come to mode of goodness, these are the 10 ways you can come to mode of goodness, which you can refer to later on. And one of the thing is the quality of religious scriptures. What does the quality means? Quality means guna. Guna means modes. The scriptures are also in 3 modes. And here Krishna says the great sages who understand the Vedic knowledge have praised and recommended those in a mode of goodness, criticized and rejected those in a mode of ignorance, and shown indifference to those which are in a mode of passion. The great sages, they criticize and reject the scriptures that are in mode of ignorance. They become indifferent to those scriptures that are in mode of passion, and they recommend those which are in mode of goodness. Understood? So scriptures are in 3 modes. Everything in this word is in 3 modes. Rudra Puran is also in Tamogun. Devi Puran is also in Tamogun. So saints reject them. This is Krishna telling to Uddhav. Why? They contradict the scriptures in mode of transcendence. Yes.
Then why do the scriptures in the Tamoguna exist?
To help one raise to Rajogun.
because everybody is not equal as.
Yeah.
So people on the lower level, they read those scriptures and they keep it up. And
Everybody clap for side, bro. Thank you. All right. Everybody is at different level to raise one from where they are. They exist. But are they valid for you? If you are sitting in devotee association, which is transcendental, you are not, otherwise you won't be sitting here. You will be sitting in a Shakti temple and you will be reading that, and that would have been very attractive to you. You won't be reading Bhagavad Gita. If you're reading Bhagavad Gita, you're attracted to Bhagavad Gita, you're attracted to Kirtan, means your mode is much more higher. Then why degrade themselves? That's why the saints reject those. But those in that mode will take them up. And that's all right because it's a gradual elevation. I'll come to your question. So six are in mode of ignorance, six in mode of passion. Example is Brahma Puran, five in mode of goodness. Example is Padma Puran, Vishnu Puran, Garuda Puran, mode of goodness. One is transcendent, which is Shrimad Bhagavatam. Shrimad Bhagavatam Purana Amadam, Prema. It will directly give a love of Krishna. Shrimad Bhagavatam only speaks about glories of pure devotees of the Lord and the Lord Himself. All the incarnations of Lord are in Bhagavatam, including Lord Ramachandra, including Lord Varaha, including Lord Krishna Himself, Swayam Bhagavan. And all the pure devotees, including Prahlad, Dhruva, everybody is there in Shrimad Bhagavatam.
Yeah, but like, how do you know if, for example, if the path that you're taking is the mode of ignorance or passion, or
Everybody clap for side. Bhagavatam says that. What Bhagavatam says is, among the 18 Puranas, Srimad Bhagavatam is the best. Where does Bhagavatam says that? You very easy way. You can search. You all can see the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Database.
so is Bhagavatam also is part of the 18 Puranas? 18 Puranas?
Yes, Prabhuji. There are 18. One is in transcendence, five in goodness, six passion, six ignorance. Everything is detailed. What is the last Purana written by Vyasadeva? Srimad Bhagavatam. है ना? Now something. So one minute. After answering this question, I'll come.
So he is the one who wrote this Devi Puran, he is the one who wrote this, all this Brahma Puran, and he is the one who wrote the Bhagavatam.
Yes.
Okay.
And he is telling this the best. What other
After that, he didn't write anything.
what other proof you need?
Yeah.
है ना?
Nothing else. He wrote Mahabharata also, he was not satisfied after Mahabharata. And after, when he started writing Bhagavata, and then he satisfied.
He also dissatisfied and Narad came and
Nimna ganam yatha ganga
Nimnam yatha ganga
devanamachyuto yatha
devanam achyuto yatha
vaishnavanam yatha shambho
Vaishnavanam
puranam idam tatha purananam idam tatha.
Puranam tatha.
Just as Ganga is the greatest of all rivers,
Just
As
as
the Ganga is the greatest of all rivers,
Lord Achyuta, the supreme among deities,
Lord Shiva is supreme among deities,
and Lord Shambhu Shiva, the greatest of Vaishnavas.
Lord Shiva, the greatest of Vaishnavas,
So Srimad Bhagavatam is the greatest of all Puranas. Purana idam tatha. Among all the Purana Nam, this one. Among all the Vaishnava, Shivji. Among all the Lord Achyuta, who is Krishna. Among all the rivers, Ganga. Bhagavatam. Now, Vyasadeva in the same chapter, 12th canto, he says Padma Purana has 60,000 verses, this Purana has this is all what I have written. But just take to this because this is the best and this has everything in essence. So take this, everything you get. Alright, does it answer? Why Bhagavad Puran? Why not other? Where are those teachings coming from? How they are in different modes, and how Bhagavatam is transcendental and best, and how it is authorized by Vyasadeva himself, who is the author. Alright? Yes. Trivikrama.
There's also a Vishnu Purana, the Purana that predicts the future. Is that
Bhavishya Puran.
Okay. Is that one of the?
No, that is one of the secondary Puran. That is one of the, but that is not one of the 18 Mahapuranas.
Oh.
There are many other Puranas, which are secondary. Among the Mahapuranas, Srimad Bhagavatam is Mahamahapurana.
The secondary Puranas, is that a subset of one of the 18?
Yeah, they're like smaller scriptures that Vyasadeva wrote.
So which does that fall under?
Yeah, they are just secondary Puranas, Prabhu. Like there are Upanishads, there are more than thousand Upanishads, among the 108 are prominent. Like there are many Puranas, among them 8 are prominent primary Puranas. Among
I mean, is that a mode of goodness Purana or?
Bhavishya Puran?
Yes.
Oh, Bhavishya Puran is just spreading about future, Prabhu. So I don't know, I haven't heard specifically which mode that lies in. Um, that's all I can say. I'll-
So one last question. So in the Hare Krishna mantra, he called Rama also, Hare Rama.
yes.
So who is we are referring to? Radha, Mata we are referring, or Krishna we are referring? Who?
Yeah, so Rama refers to Radha Raman.
Radha,
Radha Raman.
Radha Rama.
Radha Raman is also name of Krishna. Rama in this Mahamantra means the reservoir of pleasure or the source of all pleasure. And Hare refers to Radha Raman. So Hare Ram means that personality who gives pleasure to Radha. Hare is Radharani, Rama is the source of pleasure. So source of pleasure for Radharani is Krishna. So there Rama refers to Radharani. Alright? Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Is there any difference in the effect of chanting if we chant on neem beads versus chant on tulsi?
Yeah, Tulsi is very, very pure. Everybody is recommended to elevate themselves to come to the point of chanting on Tulsi. Highly, highly recommended. Tulsi, you touch Tulsi, you become purified. But we cannot touch Tulsi when our eating habits are not pure. The only recommendation for Tulsi is no onion, no garlic, no mushroom, no meat. If you're not consuming those, you can accept Tulsi. You can accept Tulsi Mala, you can accept Tulsi on your neck. Many people have this question, why not onion garlic? Who will answer this question? Pranab Prabhu? Yes. Tamoguna.
Yeah.
So what is the problem with eating food in Tamoguna?
Tamoguna is kind of Rakshasa.
Great. You become Rakshas by eating onion garlic. Yes, Prabhu.
It's exactly how when you eat prasadam, you get more attached to Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
On garlic actually it affects our nervous system, and onions it stays longer time in the stomach and it creates heat in the body. So those are not like for the spiritual for spirituality, those are not good.
And it is not a ISKCON thing.
Yeah,
Even
it's-
Navaratras and any temple, they don't accept onion garlic. I mean, if you go to Kali temple, yeah, sure, they can eat meat also. Why not onion garlic? Another thing is the quality of tamaguna is anger. You will feel yourself becoming frequently angry.
they create more tamoguna.
You will feel like you want to sleep more.
Behavior. All this behavior.
Yeah, you will become lazy. All these qualities will manifest in you. Now we are trying to come to sattva and transcendence. And then when we eat for just tamoguna, they're like strong, pull back. We're chanting Hare Krishna. Mataji, onion garlic chodo. Try leaving onion garlic for 3 months. See what happens.
Whatever coffee is
Coffee and tea is detoxification. जिनको coffee tea चाहिए ना, whoever takes coffee and tea, one morning you don't have coffee tea, you are bound by that. Now you have headaches and you have all these things. We want to be free. We think freedom means I can do what I want, but we are not realizing how we're becoming servant of these things.
Chocolate tea.
Huh? Chocolate milk? GBC love chocolate, so good news. But once you give up onion tea, garlic, mushrooms, then you can accept tulsi. It will take you to the next level.
The tulsi is made with tulsi.
Tulsi. Tulsi is a pure devotee of Krishna, accepting tulsi. But if you accept tulsi without pure habits, tulsi will reject you. Again and again, they will start breaking. Again and again, things will start happening. Like, why this is happening? Tulsi is like, Tulsi cannot tolerate impurities.
So coffee, tea also, if we have, we cannot.
We don't recommend, yeah. Pure eating, no intoxicants, yes.
How much ghee?
Huh?
Vinegar.
Vinegar, thank you, Mata. Vinegar is pungent. Excessive pungent is tamogun. Moderate amount, anything is good. Moderate spice is goodness. But directly eating green chili and tears coming from a rice now becomes passion. So vinegar, in strong, you just take vinegar and you taste, then it's tamogun. But you add to noodles, it's all right.
Can we offer that to Krishna?
At home, okay, not in temples.
You said like if you like can't follow someone like if you don't have like proper eating habits, you should like chant with the neem beads.
Yes.
Why is that?
Yeah, neem is also very auspicious. It will help you raise to platform of goodness. When your goodness will come, you will develop distaste for those things in the moment. Goodness cannot tolerate taman and rajas. Somebody in goodness will not be attracted to those things. Oversleeping, over. Greed, envy is mode of ignorance. You eat onion garlic and you like, he's my competitor and I want to beat him and he this. All why there's envy is increasing. Whatever food you associate with, that guna will come to you. That guna, all the qualities, that guna will also come to you. We are already struggling and there is sufficient of everything, right? Full of these things. Now, why to add more? Don't become pure. Don't want to contaminate ourselves. Okay, anything else? Sichan, you had a question for me.
So you're talking about like the Vidra Puranas, right?
Yes.
And you said how it was like Tamoguna. Is it bad? Like, is it like something that we should not read? Is it like forbidden?
Never. It's Tamogun Puran. Tamogun Puran contradicts Vaishnavism. You read Rudra Puran, they will say you can take bhang, and that's okay. You can take it.
Exist for me.
Yeah,
It's
to
on all levels, right? So that's what I said.
Sai Prabhu answered that. To uplift those in motor. Why now? Even worship of ghost is mentioned in Rudra Puran. Why ghost worship Lord Shiva? And Lord Shiva is Param Vaishnava. Then why a ghost worshipping Lord Shiva? I'm coming to both of your questions. 2 minutes. Why does he give mercy to ghost? Ghosts have no other shelter. Ghosts are in mode of ignorance. Ghosts cannot worship Narayan and take Shuddha Bhakti. They're not ready for it. So Lord Shiva, they can connect to Lord Shiva. He lives in crematorium. Out of mercy. He's a Param Vaishnava, transcendental. But he lives there because he takes the most difficult task to uplift those. Usually people want to associate with devotees. Who want to associate with ghost? Anybody here who want to associate with ghost and do a Bhakti Riksha program with all the ghosts and pretas and bhutas and pichachas? Namaskar Prabhu will be very difficult for him actually to deliver those kind of people. But Lord Shiva is the best among all the devotees, so he give them their association. What we cannot do, he does. And that is because he's in a transcendental position. But that does not mean you take the worship of ghost and you take bhang. They are allowed because in Tamogun, if they don't allow bhang, they cannot live without it. It's Tamogun, so they are attracted. All right, you can offer to Shiva, and Shiva says, "All right, I agree to this. Just worship me," and that's how they are uplifted. But now, is that worship recommended to you? No. When you are already at a certain level, you don't have to go there. Is it all right? Why take the worship of Tamogun when you are worshipping Narayan? Why worship the ghost? Krishna says people in mode of goodness worship demigods, transcendental worship Narayan, they worship me. Passion worship humans, and ignorance worship pretas and bhutas and pisachas and ghosts. Alright? Okay. You got the answer?
I forgot.
You forgot the answer. Oh, I should take her question immediately and clear it. Yes. After you Pranab.
Prabhuji, in fourth canto, in chapter third, it's mentioned like since Lord Shiva is a Param Vaishnava, and people who take, like intoxicated stuff, bhang and everything, charas ganja on the name of Shiva, that is actually not the right way because Lord Shiva never promoted or never said any of those things. So if this is mentioned in Rudu Puran, so is this something written by like
Vyasadeva for the ghosts. He does not say you have to read it. He has written, he want to elevate all kind of people, as Prabhuji said. Even demoniac. Scriptures, various scriptures include everybody. They don't reject anyone. But you,
Yeah, they specifically take the name of Lord Shiva, especially when it comes to Charas Khanja and all these things.
I mean, Lord Shiva followers do that, and they are helpless because it's the tamogun they are there. But that will help them. But does that mean that you have to take ganja? No. But they contradict the principles of Vaishnavism. You will see like why they're contradicting both written by Vyasa. They have time, place, circumstances. You tell in LKG, UKG, you don't teach them about imaginary numbers. You say negative, under root of negative does not exist. You come, you say it exists, it's I. But previously you say it doesn't exist. So they're contradicting, but then you are gradually elevating them. Yes, Pranav.
So basically, like if you're talking about like present today, like people, I wouldn't say Tamasic people, but people who find like solace in worshiping Shiva. What about them? Like, are they Tamasic? Like, who is it like?
A lot of Brahmin, like, they do Dravishek, Maharudra, Mahanyasa.
Yeah.
We see a lot of
Yeah, very good
That's what
question.
is question.
Yeah,
Like,
they will attain Brahman realization, but they cannot attain Vaikuntha.
Oh,
But those Brahmanas who worship in mode of goodness, Lord Shiva as the Supreme Lord, they will attain Brahman. Those who worship Lord Shiva for material desires will get their material desire fulfilled. Those who worship him for ultimate good will can go up to Brahman. And those who desire worship in a tamasic way, they will come to Rajas and Sattva eventually. Okay, first Srilaya.
Uh, so this is not related to what you're talking about, but is it okay if we uh,
For what again?
follow two religions at the same time?
Follow two religions.
I think what she's trying to say is
Narayan and Krishna same.
not two religions, but like two sampradayas.
to some sort of acharas, two acharas.
Better sincerely follow one. And that's okay. Both will take to spiritual world. All four sampradas are bona fide. But sincerely follow. Don't be in the middle and neither here nor there and just doing what you want to do. Confused. Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, Lord Shiva is not Tamasic, right?
No.
He's Param
Vaishnava.
Vaishnava, so he's in the mode of Sattva, but like, why does ghosts worship him? And if they worship him, then they should eventually go to
Uplifting.
Narayana, right?
Well, not Narayan, but they will be uplifted. But those who are worshipping Shiva sincerely, not like ghost or tamasic worship, Krishna will bring them to worshipping Narayan. Like Mataji is here worshipping Krishna is because she was a devotee of Shiva. I was a devotee of Shiva in my past, in this life. And then Krishna brought me to Krishna. Shiva brought me to Krishna. So Shiva will help us to attain. Why? Because what is the role of a devotee? You go to Namashanan Prabhu. What will Namashanan Prabhu say? Worship me, I am God. No, he will say worship Krishna, his supreme personality of God, and chant Hare Krishna, life will become perfect. A devotee of Vaishnava is to take one to Vishnu, Krishna. So Lord Shiva is the best of Vaishnava, so he will take one to Krishna. It's natural for a Vaishnava to preach the glories of the Lord.
Prabhuji, I have seen like some of my, like a lot of my friends, uh, they eat meat, they eat onion and garlic, but they still like go to temples for worship Narayana, worship Shiva and everything, and yeah, and they're not like alcoholic, like nothing like that. Like I can like physically see the tamo guna in them, but like they still eat it and they still worship it. So,
Is it okay? Well, if they're sincere in their devotion, and if the devotion is according to the right path, their guna will uplift and they will give it up eventually. In the beginning, people may have bad habits and may be worshipping. Eventually, those bad habits will go away. That inspiration will come from the heart. The Lord will reject it and you will give it. That's okay in the beginning. But if they're not in devotee association of devotees, then probably don't know how to do bhakti. Probably they don't.
Probably they will be good today, and tomorrow the Kali again attacks them, and they'll go down.
Three modes keep on changing.
Yeah.
They constantly change.
Again, they have to be go to
Okay.
temple and then come back.
Okay. After Avinav, he is the yes, Avinav.
So probably my question was, how do we self-assess our like chanting? So we've been chanting for now for a few months. How do I self-assess that the transformation that should have been there because I've been chanting, or assuming that I was chanting the way I was supposed to be chanting? What are some of the things that I should look at that indicate that my chanting and my transformation is on the correct path?
Enthusiasm. Are you enthusiastic to associate with devotees? Are you enthusiastic to go and serve in the temple? Are you enthusiastic in different activities? Means you're making progress. It doesn't really matter if you're fully absorbed or not. If Krishna giving enthusiasm, that is Krishna's mercy on you. Alright? Yes. Ada, छोटा आसान question. Go ahead.
So actually, I was just bringing this up for it's because not only this case, even the first case, they get impacted, distracted, or confused when we go to school with our religious notations. Like, we feel that because once we have our pronunciation. The others doesn't understand
Yeah.
because of the lack of ignorance, even somebody knows they don't know completely, and that becomes a major impactful thing for these kids. Like, should we do this, or are we becoming a point of
Criticism.
topic? And they undergo a lot of stuff. Like these same checkup kids who are sitting here, they undergo a lot of stuff because their environment is complete. This is a satsang, paragraph, but their world is not this. Their world is completely different, and the question that I'm asking is that, how do you encourage them to don't fear of that particular thing and be self-content and continue the path that you're continuing?
Association.
That becomes very difficult thing actually for them to kind of how to coach them or how they can get the guidance, because many times they don't get this guidance, right? They make up themselves with some assumptions, or they say that, hey, okay, let's not do that. Or sometimes people even grown-ups as well, right? They don't have this and then go outside. Like, they fear. It is not. They think that, okay, only when I pray God, I will have things, and when I go outside, no, I don't need to, right? Because am I looking different in my office? Am I looking different in front of my client? Or am I looking different in different levels? But yeah, for mature people, fair enough. But for kids, they still need to continue the path without having any different motions. Many times they open up, they don't open up, or they make some assumptions. So that is the moot point that I want to bring in here to see that how they should understand this and how they should not get distracted by or not get affected by, demoralized by somebody making fun of them, somebody making comments about them.
Association. When they see 20 kids practicing sincerely, devotional, then when they go among those people who are not practicing, they have shelter of those 19 kids who are their friends and who are doing it.
Very difficult. They don't get, see, if you go to a school, like, any school, right?
I
It
understand.
is rare that some of these kids get an association similarly to that. They may be odd man, maybe a couple of them, but the other person may not be fully into it, and one person is fully into it. That's a very difficult life for them.
Not
actually.
association in the school, association in satsang. When they associate with other kids who are doing same thing, then they feel like I'm on the right path. When they go back, they feel like I'm odd man out. Then when they come back, they feel at home. But if they don't have that home satsang, as other kids of their age who are practicing, then there is nothing to base themselves. They're anyways odd man out at home, and now they're odd man out at school, and an odd man out everywhere. But when they have of their age, then they know I'm doing the right thing, and they receive shelter in that association, in the satsang, in our community. And our direct community should create that. All right. So that's my humble answer. Okay. Okay. Anything else? It's time. Yes, Ravi Prabhu has never asked a question, so we should give him a chance. Hare Krishna.
We are saying doing the mantra should not be done by Tulsi.
Yes.
Then we
Well, you can worship Tulsi at home, but you don't accept her in your neck and on your beads.
I'm asking beats.
Beads. Yes. First, we should try avoiding onion, garlic, mushroom, tea, and coffee. Then we should accept Tulsi. Till that time, we should continue on neem. Okay. Okay.
We already have to receive Japa Mala, but we drink tea, coffee, so we need to pay.
Yeah, I would recommend take the neem. And Nevashandra, can you provide neem beads?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the thing is, market sells everything, but we have to accept what market sells based on recommendation from Shastra. See, you can go and buy Radha Krishna big deity temple style also. They are available in market. You pay $5,000, you get them. But then you don't bring them home as salvation.
We don't know this. We bought this Tulsi Mala in ISKCON, one of these temple in India. We don't know this.
Yeah. So best is, yeah. If you're not following, take knee from Nemeshwar. Do that. Once you see, the thing is, follow as it is. You know? Once you feel confident, then take blessing from Nemeshwar Prabhu. So we want to try on Tulsi bead, we have stopped. Once he says all right, then you do it. Always bhakti under guidance. Okay. Yes, madam.
Practical tips to give up coffee.
Practical tips to give up coffee is by giving up
That's the
coffee.
most difficult to say. Entire session for it.
Without
Making people
how to
give up
successful
coffee.
without coffee materialism.
Material association of tongue.
When somebody asks for coffee, say no.
They don't get satisfied. That the inner satisfaction doesn't come for them until they go back to that original, they see path of coffee and tea.
See what you do, all the coffee you have, give it to me. I'll take it. I'll not take it to the temple. Drop it somewhere in the airport.
Instead of coffee, something juice or like that.
Some juice?
Yeah.
Caffeine
Right.
free tea.
Instead of coffee.
There is something called ISKCON coffee. It tastes like coffee.
Oh.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We get to play in Whole Foods. It's called Pero. PPR.
Pero, they have, but they don't get the satisfaction.
See, devotees have all the answers. You just have to approach the devotee. Prabhuji, coffee कैसे छोड़े? वो बोले कि Pero is the way to coffee. See, all the answers are there. Experience. जिन्होंने छोड़ा है ना उनसे पूछो. Okay. Yes.
Prabhuji, can I talk to you after or something?
Yes, you can talk to me afterwards also. Any other question? Question, Mataji, you are very silent. Very satisfied. Shanti Mataji,
So Mataji also.
you are very shant. Any question?
The Bhagavad Gita class.
Later. Okay. Anything else?
Oh, Prabhuji, one thing I wanted to mention, if you buy the decaf, you also have to be careful because legally, if it's, if there's caffeine but under 4%, they can call it decaf. So also have to be careful.
Thank you, Prabhu. It's a very, so that's a Pelo.
Prabhuji, I tried convincing my mother for date syrup, Prabhuji. Date syrup, if you can buy it, if you add it.
Next time she take coffee, you call me. Then I'll call her.
Every day you will call you.
Next time you call me, I'll text her. Mataji, what is
Morning,
happening?
every afternoon, every evening. That was important.
See, now I know you, Mataji. Now, next time I talk to you, Mataji, what is the coffee status now? Okay, anything else? Yes, Trivikram.
So I have beads at home, but I'm not sure if those are neem or rosy beads.
You can show to Namashan Prabhu, he will tell you.
Okay, they're at home right now.
Yes,
Should
later
I-
on.
You can take a picture and send it.
Yeah.
The one I have is the neem.
Okay.
I can show that.
Oh, if I show you the picture, you can tell. Okay,
Yes.
that's-
And then please try your chanting to be consistent. Let there be no day, 2 rounds one day, next day, 1 round, next day, variant 3 round, next day, 0 round. It's better to do 2 rounds every day than 16 round one day, 16 no gap. The example we give is we cannot like take like 2 days food stuff and next day fasting. Doesn't work.
Is there any benefit that all devotees come under one particular time on the Zoom call, do the chanting?
There is an immense benefit.
Oh, okay.
If you can do that, it will be greatly beneficial. You can try that.
Because I see there is Zoom call going on.
Yeah. Nimishan Prabhu, any question you have, just bug him. He loves to be bugged, right? Guruji? See, he's accepting.
Prabhu, please ask what devotees would like to chant.
But okay, how many of you would like to start 16 rounds from tomorrow? No, those who are not chanting, I want to start 16 rounds from tomorrow.
2 rounds.
Huh?
2 rounds.
That's all? After 2 hours, just 2 hours?
Starting.
Okay, how many of you would like to start 15 rounds from tomorrow? Okay, how many would like to start 10 rounds from tomorrow? Okay, how many are doing now? 9. Very intelligent. Okay. How many would like to start 8 rounds from tomorrow? Abhinav Prabhu, 8 rounds? Difficult? Okay. Okay, how many would like to start 6 rounds from tomorrow? See, your mother doesn't have faith on you. Okay, how many would like to start 4 rounds from tomorrow? How many are doing now?
I do 4 intermittent.
So you will do every day 4 from tomorrow?
I don't
Please.
think we do it. It's something.
It's a humble request from our side. Do it every day. See, we will be more happy if you do 2 every day than 4 intermittent.
This is what I try to do. I try to allocate at least 2 hours of my time daily for spiritual pursuits.
Okay.
So when I do 4 rounds, that takes about 30 or 40 minutes.
Yes.
And the remainder time I really spend in reading. So like, for example, I wouldn't be doing chanting rounds today, for example, or when I go to the temple, because I'm already giving more than 2 hours of my time.
So, bro, okay. Now, what my request to you is for your proper spiritual progress, you should have consistency in chanting. You tell me a number that you will chant every day without fail, independent if you're going to temple or not. But some chanting should happen every day. We are okay with 2 also. And then when you like, you can chant intermittently 4, intermittently 6. But a base should be there. That will help, that will protect you from material energy. That's a dose so that you will see the benefit of raising your consciousness beyond materialism. It's like a medicine problem. It's like you don't take 3 antibiotics today, no antibiotics tomorrow. Correct?
But the way I was thinking was, though I might not be doing the chanting, I'm still getting spiritual benefit coming here to the temple. So it's.
So I see your point.
Oh,
But according to scriptures, our chanting should be also based on Sankhya Purvak, based on count.
oh,
So we recommend devotees to be consistent in chanting, and then everything else is extra.
oh.
But that one thing is consistent, everything else can change. It's our humble request. Okay. So 4 rounds from tomorrow. Ravi Prabhu, no 4 rounds also. I don't want to push. Okay, 3 rounds from tomorrow. Sure? Pranab Prabhu, 3 rounds. Hari Do you have beats? Do you have beats? Do you know how to chant on beats? Okay. 2 rounds from tomorrow. Very enthusiastic. Mataji, you're not putting her hand down. Okay. So we have Shanti Mataji, we have Ravi Prabhu, we have Sai Prabhu, and we have Sri Laya. Anybody else 2 rounds from tomorrow? Abhinav? 2? No. 2 sure? Hurry up! Okay, 1 round from tomorrow. So we have Kaushalya Devi and we have Lohitaksha Prabhu. Lohitaksha Prabhu. Hurry up! Trivika Prabhu, please choose a number. Consistent. Choose one, but consistent.
I need to think about it.
Yeah. Okay. Take your time, but somehow or other, maybe New Year resolution. By January 1st, I will take a consistent number. Maybe try. Start designing now, and once you are ready, go to Radha Kala Chanji. This is my service to you. Every day I will do it without fail. And once you build that strength, commit and then do it. Then you will see a new life in your spiritual life. Alright? Thank you.
One round will take about 7 to 8 minutes.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. You change your decision to 16 rounds now?
No,
Okay.
so we need to do continuously 1 round means
Yes.
1 a day.
Yes. Continuously. And on beats. Alright? Yes, Pranav Prabhu.
So if you're doing like 3 rounds, can you do one in the morning and then one in the afternoon?
That's all right. Yes. And somehow if you can bring your schedule so you have 20-25 minutes together, that will be very nice.
Okay.
And you are setting an example for your mother and father also. Yeah. Actually, you know what is the duty of a parent? The duty of a parent is to make that child Krishna conscious. And if the child is automatically taking up that duty, that is your great fortune. Otherwise, I have seen families putting so much effort how to make my children to devotees, correct? And her children themselves taking it up. So that's great glories to both mother and father. Thank you. Okay, anything else for today? What about you?
So I just want to hear the experience of who are already doing it. So once this starts as an obligation, 2 rounds, will it create more enthusiasm to do like more and more for you guys? Like, how do you guys feel?
Okay, so let us be very honest and tell your experience, and I will tell my experience also, and I will be thoroughly honest. Nemeshanan Prabhu is our leader, so we'll start with him. Please answer this question.
So initially, Prabhu, it was a little hard, to get into a schedule, get into a routine. Even 1 round was very difficult to start. But then, just like session like this, I still clearly remember there was a Maharaj, His Grace Pratu Maharaj.
It's so
Pratu Maharaj. He had come to where we used to live, and he asked same type of question. From tomorrow, how many rounds will you chant? And I said, I did not answer. So then Prabhuji said, we will do 16 rounds. So I said, I will try. So he said, no trying. You have to say you will do. And I think the power of a Vaishnava was very helpful. So then I started to change my schedule. So I'm able to do 16 rounds every day. And I can tell from my experience there was a lot of change in my life. And whenever I don't do my rounds, it is like I don't have my armor when I go out to fight Maya. But when I wear my kavach, it really helps a lot. So
So you feel protected.
very, very protected. Like without that, I feel like today I don't have any protection.
So protection from everything, from materialistic life and
Yeah, mind, our mind itself. And I can also see that when I don't chant, easy things become hard. And when I chant, hard things also become easy. So Krishna really protects.
Thank you, Prabhu. Abhinav Prabhu. You are the speaker of the day now, of the time at least.
So chanting, the first thing that I noticed has brought about certain transformations that I don't think would have ever come into me. Like I never actively tried to give up on things that people find very difficult, coffee, things that you would normally eat, even garlic, food stuff from outside at restaurants. I never I thought of giving up for other reasons, but it was exceedingly difficult for me to have a control on my senses that I should not eat certain kind of foods. Chanting really helped me unconsciously. I never realized that I would be able to give up peacefully. It unconsciously just happened without putting in an effort. The only difference, and when I realized this, the only difference I realized was it may be because I've been chanting for the last few days or months. Eventually, it happened without even me taking an active effort. There were certain days. To give you an example, there were certain days when I just didn't notice. Oh, I haven't drank tea for last 3 weeks now, and I didn't notice. And I couldn't even imagine that that day would come when I would not drink tea for like 3 or 4 days. As a college student, I used to drink tea for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I never thought that day would come. So chanting did bring a lot of transformation, which I never actually had to work. I just focused on my chanting, everything just fell on its place automatically. Never had to do anything extra for it. And all because of his great Shyamananda Prabhuji. Uh, uh, he, he introduced us to the concept of chanting, why we should chant, how we should chant. He actually sat together with us, gave us the bead in our hands, and he demonstrated how we should chant. And everything then started falling in place. So transformation becomes very, very easy. Then uh, it also brought a sense of calm to me. I used to get agitated very easily. Used to get angry very easily. And, I'm not saying that it has all gone away, but to an extent, very, very positive effects on your overall consciousness and your overall well-being. It has a very positive impact on it.
Thank you, Avinav Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Mansi.
So Prabhuji, as Nareshwar Prabhu and Abhinav Prabhu has covered everything. For me, Prabhuji, my experience was totally difficult, different. So when I started chanting, I was not chanting on beats because I felt like if I start chanting, that will be like a loop in my mind. Like all day I will be playing and I will get stuck. I get stuck in that. And initially when I started chanting, I was only able to chant 11 mantras and I used to get dizzy and throw up. I used to fight a lot. And then somehow, we were connected Prabhuji through online session that time. And somehow by Krishna's mercy, we were able to get the virtual association and Prabhuji taught us how to chant. And I still remember that was a day before Krishna Janmashtami 2021 when Prabhuji actually showed us how to chant. And since then, it has been difficult. It's even still difficult. And the more I try to do is we are always, Krishna has given us so much. Krishna loves us so much. We have never done anything. I feel like personally, I'm so ungrateful that I left Krishna there and I just came here to enjoy my senses. So at least let me spend some time to please the Lord. So that is why I do my chanting. And as I said, it's even difficult, but that is the only thing which actually wakes me up in the morning. Like when I try to wake up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, that's what I think, I have to do this for Krishna just to please him. So that's how I do it.
Thank you. And one thing I can say, I know that from before, when first time I met, they shared many things about me. I was thinking, how will they make progress? A little bit like Krishna, please help them. When I saw them now under the guidance of Nimeshana Prabhu, so much transformation. Just give me faith by seeing others. Chanting is great. They were, Prabhu, such transformation. I have seen people, now they're very good, but I've seen Western people crazy, mad, and just do anything and everything, very unstable. And after 6 months, 1 year, they are like sadhus. Like, they come and they're very stable. Otherwise, these Western Western कुछ कुछ भी करते हैं वो लोग. काफी पागल लोग होते हैं actually. But this holy name can transform anybody. Just over a period of time, they are coming. Very stable. Now they go out for book distribution. Now they read Bhagavatam. What a blessing, actually. Taking shelter of Gita, Bhagavatam, chanting the holy name of Krishna, coming every week in association, dancing in Kirtan, and before what was the life? Correct, right? This is the joy. I live for those experiences. If they are changed, my life seems worth. And I feel like my life, what am I doing in my life? My life is useless. But by seeing others makes me feel okay. Krishna, thank you for engaging. And it's so much joyful experience. Yes, Sheta Mata.
When I started chanting, like Prabhu used to say at the starting, Krishna will reveal more, but as you start progressing, it takes time. Really, Krishna will really test us, and it takes a really long time to get the darshan of Krishna and all. So in the initial days, I was chanting in India too, but I did not have those realizations. But when we got the association with Prabhuji, and initial phases were like I used to see Krishna with Tilak in the walls. Also, when I used to go for walking in the roads, everywhere I used to see. I don't know how it was. That those times were like I used to chant like 1 to 4 rounds. Then the COVID started. After that, we had in-person association with Prabhuji. Then we slowly started going to his satsang, and then eventually during I think it was Haridas Thakur disappearance day. So he was really for chanting like 190 programs of chanting. So that was the first time I started 16 rounds.
Is it difficult not for you doing 16 rounds, doing all this course in the house and out?
Um, when I started, like I was in a break, so I was not working at that time. But later on, after it got adjusted to G eventually. Like Nanisha Prabhu mentioned, like once we start, we don't feel like leaving. Like if I don't chant, what is there? Something we will start missing chant.
Okay.
So it's
Usually everything has a new rhythm. Like for me, if I don't chant in morning, I'm just sharing my personal experience. If I don't chant in the morning, around 9 o'clock I start getting headaches, stress that I haven't chanted. And that time it gives me a fear, what if Krishna is taking away this from me? And then like today we were so tired. I was like so stressed about it. Even in temple, like I haven't finished my rounds today. What would happen? And that happens with me all the time. Like if I haven't completed my rounds in the morning.
Yeah, that adds me this question. So if we start like after the 16 rounds, somehow we couldn't finish to the 16 rounds, what happens?
Krishna will help you, bro.
Okay.
And that's why we say we give that 7 hours of time management. How do we give an example? You have 10 rocks, one big, few smaller, few even smaller, few just grains. And then if you have a jar and you have to fit everything there, what will you put in first?
Small.
Small. And if you put small, then there is no space to put the big one in. But if you put the big one in first,
The
then
smaller ones.
it will just go wherever there is corner. But if you put small, will be relaxed, big won't fit in. So we say put the big stone first, and the big thing is the chanting. When you do that in the morning, if we get up at 6 and if your work starts at 8:30, you are done with 16 before you start work. Morning schedule helps, Prabhu. But we cannot jump there directly. I agree. When I was telling 16, I expected no hands. If somebody would raise the hand, I would tell them no, reduce, because I know they won't sustain it. Two is good number. Continue just 2 rounds for 1, 2, 3 months, and then once you feel I can add one more, 7 more minutes is possible, then you add and be gradual. Be gradual and be solid. All right. Okay. Madhu, you're chanting 9 rounds. Your experience.
Yeah, I started with 1 round, then I went to 4, then 6, then 9, then 11. My graph is like this.
Then 12 and then now 10.
9.
Oh, now what's your experience? Prabhuji is asking.
So how you motivated to do from 1 to 4? Like, do you really like it, or you just want to do it like that?
When I started 4 rounds, I always, I, I always focus and watch. Frankly speaking,
You should meet me
One
after the
round.
program. Go ahead.
1 round, how much time it is taking? 2 rounds, how much time it is taking? 3 rounds, how much time it is. I always focus and watch. Now I'm not like that.
Okay.
Now you're not like that? Then no need to meet me after the
But
program.
I always chant. I do chanting. When I do chanting, I close my eyes. If I open my eyes, I cannot do quality of chant.
So what do you feel? How do you feel chanting? Prabhuji is asking.
I feel very relaxed.
Ah.
Uh,
Suppose if you can't do that way chanting, do you feel anything? Like Mataji said, she feels like headache and all.
It's a stress.
Stress, you feel stress. Do you feel stress like that if you don't do chanting like that way?
so everything I'm doing happily.
Uh-huh.
I'm not eating onion and garlic without knowing. I stop everything without knowing. I don't know when I stop eating onion and garlic. Usually I don't like tea and coffee. This process is very easy for me. But chanting is hard. But I'm in process. I don't know when I stop eating onion and stop eating onion and garlic. I'm opting everything. So kids are also eating kasai only.
Thank you.
But chanting is little difficult. So now I am habituated. So this big Mahamantra, they are telling 16 rounds. Oh my God. When I imagine also how they are doing.
And now you're doing 9.
Yeah, and
That's great.
there's no pain or happily I'm doing. Everything I'm doing very happy. It's going very smooth. But the chanting was my
Up
grandma
and
like
down.
this.
That would be like that for some time.
When
Yes.
Prabhuji
Pranav.
chanted the first round with us, that same day I thought there is no way that I'll be chanting 16 hours. That's not going to happen. But gradually, it just grows on you.
Consistency is secret. Is the success.
Yes, secret is consistency, brothers.
And then you don't even realize that you have to set aside that much of time and that much of energy just to do your rounds. It just happens, becomes a part of your day.
Prabhuji, I know it's taking long time.
We have around 14 more hours for the next program.
And probably the kids start, right? And then we can continue the discussion. But
Kids can take
yeah,
question.
that's what I'm saying. They're all tired, they're all hungry.
So I do exercises, yoga kind of. So the chanting of Mahamantra is enough. Compared, it gives us physical health also. So
Thank you. Chanting covers pranayama. What is pranayama? Breathe
Breathing
in,
is-
deep, breathe out.
So
And when you're chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Already 25 seconds of breathe out is there. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Usually,
so you're slowing down the breathing process. That really is.
that itself will affect the mind positively. Chanting has the pranayama in it. Physical exercise, we recommend you continue. Many devotees do physical exercise. I also do little bit here and there, just to maintain. So we can continue. All right? Pranam.
So basically, I had no idea this was an experience until other people started telling this. Like, for me, I just thought it was just something like, I didn't even think of it as a spiritual something. So back when I was like young, I used to like eat chicken like a lot. Like I
Eat chicken a lot.
Yeah, like a lot. Like I can't even imagine. Like I used to be
Like
like.
beginning days.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and since my childhood, my dad always like my dad taught me like shlokas to do different prayers, but there wasn't. I mean, I wouldn't say there was passion, but not enough passion to kind of understand who this is, like what this thing actually is. So the big change started happening when I kind of moved here, like started associating with the temple. Back then, I had no idea what Krishna consciousness was, but like soon enough, I started getting involved in just temple activities and attending pujas and association with devotees. And I don't know, yeah, then I kind of started making like this change in me. Like soon enough, I started like kind of despising meat and like eating meat and like um I suddenly like hated how it was like how you were like eating a living thing and how
He
it
saw all those
tasted
pictures in the Bhagavad Gita, all pictures, and we all like stopped. We all stopped.
Yeah.
So after he entered into Krishna
I dragged
consciousness,
them along with me.
in 2019, we started Krishna consciousness. So then we realized all those things.
Yesterday more specifically saying temple. So we do follow in temple in Hanuman temple. Like we do a lot and me and Prabhu we all go to the temple Hanuman temple and what pujas and celebrate worship. So
How do we,
I mean, like, I always feel like I do like Krishna worship, but I do worship other gods and goddesses, and I involve a lot in the puja services in
Satyanarayana Vrat and
temple.
all we
I do a lot of pujas. I go to temple. So there's always like conflict with me that,
I'm a green
see
character.
everything in Krishna and still not get to